Okay, the stage is set for a June 20th runoff in a congressional race that the nation is watching. Democrat Jon Ossoff got 48% of the vote in last night's special election. The top Republican, Handel, pulled in, as you can see, 20%.
Channel 2's political analyst Bill Crane joins us now. So, Bill, of course, this is what everyone's been talking about over the last evening. What does Democrat Jon Ossoff have to do now to win this traditionally Republican district?
Well, the place that he did best, DeKalb County, where he got 58% of the vote, is also the most organized in terms of a Democratic Party. And I heard a lot anecdotally afterwards about door-to-door college kids going in and bringing out the polls, people to the polls. So what he needs to do is basically take your daughter to work day in DeKalb and the counties where he did strongest. Not necessarily cede Fulton County to Handel. The other battleground is Cobb County, where Judson Hill did very well. But basically, if he pushes his numbers where he got 58 in DeKalb up to, say, 60%, when we will usually see the voter turnout drop by a third or half as much for that runoff election, he looks pretty safe. He's going to have a financial war chest. He's got the wind at his back and momentum. Handel actually, I think, has the bigger challenge of reuniting Republicans on her side. There were 11 of them. And trying to pick up some disaffected Democrats. There aren't many of those. So it's going to be a blitzkrieg of the airwaves that'll probably start about the second week of May, if not the first week, that will last all the way through that June 20th period.
I was just about to ask you that. What did you think when you first saw the numbers coming in? At one point, Jon Ossoff was at 63%.
Well, we always knew Fulton would be Fulton and would come in last.
Right.
I had the feeling that as those North Fulton precincts, because it's happened so many times before, would come in so solidly Republican, it would push Handel into a runoff, but I didn't think he would sustain the numbers that he did. It was a very good night and a strong election showing for a first-timer, Jon Ossoff, to get nearly 50%. 48 in a field of 18 is still impressive.
Do you think that President Donald Trump is going to pay a visit to the 6th Congressional District?
I noted how Secretary of State Handel pushed off on that. She didn't say, "Come on down, Donald." I think you may see more of what we've already seen with the tweets and robocalls. I believe you will see Vice President Mike Pence, but Mr. Trump doesn't play well in that district. He only carried it by 2 percentage points, and I think among female voters who are her soft spot and what apparently was Jon Ossoff's strong spot yesterday, suburban, Republican, and independent women voters, they don't exactly go to like Donald Trump like a magnet.
Gotcha. Bill Crane, thank you very much.
Thank you.